Welcome to Arsenal Kids Podcast. Hello and welcome to Arsenal Kids Podcast. My name is Ben. As usual, I'm joined by my co-host Madi, and it is great to have you join us for this episode.
Yes, hello listeners and welcome to episode number 84.
Thanks, Maddie. And what are we talking about on Arsenal Kids Podcast this time?
In part 1, we are doing a player profile on one of our Scottish women players.
We're going to be looking at Jennifer Beattie, our women's team number 5, who has spent over 8 seasons with the club. And then, in part 2,
we look at awards for players from our women's team and who they will be playing against in the FA Cup.
It is a very female-focused episode as the men's team come back from Dubai for action against Crystal Palace this weekend. But before we get further, a quick moment to say thank you for listening, and we would love for you to leave a review as this is the best way that we can grow our community.
And we would love to hear from you.
We would, so flick us an email to info@arsenalkids.com or direct messages via Facebook or Twitter so that we can say hi and give you a shout out.
Let's keep this adventure going together.
Let's indeed, and straight into looking at Jennifer Patricia Beattie, MBE, who was born on the 13th of May, 1991.
What is an MBE, Ben?
An MBE is short for Most Excellent Order of the British Empire. Beattie was awarded this in the 2023 New Year's Honours for her services to association football and to charity. But let's go back to the beginning. And Jen was born in Glasgow, Scotland, and grew up playing football with her brother Johnny and his friends while at primary school. She was eventually selected to the Glasgow Primary School select team as the only girl and was actually named captain. Beattie then played with Hamilton Academical's boys teams as she was growing up.
Jen began her career with Queen's Park FC ladies when she was just 15 years old.
She helped the club reach the final of the Scottish Women's Premier League Cup, where they lost to a team containing now Arsenal teammate Kim Little. In 2008, Jen moved to Celtic Ladies and she spent a year and a half with the club before leaving them to join
Arsenal Women!
Beattie joined Arsenal in July of 2009, and while she is typically a defender or midfielder, she is also an accomplished goal scorer. And she scored her first goals for Arsenal on the 8th of November 2009, where she scored a hat-trick to seal a comeback against Chelsea after Arsenal were 2-0 down at half-time. In March of the following year, Beattie actually played in attack during Arsenal's defeat of FCR 2001 Duisburg in the quarter-final of the UEFA Women's Champions League.
In her first stunt at Arsenal, Jen won 7 major honours,
including the Women's Super League, or its equivalent 4 times, and in July of 2013, Beattie left Arsenal for the first time to join a French Division 1 side Montpellier HSC on a 2-year contract, before she returned to England with Manchester City Women for the 2015 season.
In the off-season of 2015, Jen joined City Sisters Club, Melbourne City.
And she helped the team to wins in the Premiership and the Cup, and the team kept a 100% record winning that season. But the good news is that Beattie came back to rejoin Arsenal in 2019, helping them win the Super League in that season. And most recently, she was part of the squad that won the 2023 Continental Tires League Cup against Chelsea.
Jen has represented Scotland from the juniors all the way through the senior team.
She started at under 17 level, but also then made her debut for the under 19s when she was just 14 years of age. Jen then made her debut for the senior Scotland side in March of 2008. before establishing herself there during the following European Championships qualifying campaign. She has gone on to win 143 caps for Scotland, having scored 24 goals on the way, but she announced her retirement from international football on the 27th of January last year, 2023.
Jen is a true legend of the Women's Super League, and in addition to her playing duties, she has a key role with the academy and our commercial partners.
And we are glad to have her big presence and experience in the squad, and hopefully she can help guide the team to success. And I think her future will be in the coaching and mentoring department, as she has so much to offer our next generation of Arsenal talent.
And an interesting fact about her, Ben.
Well, an interesting fact is Jen was actually diagnosed with cancer in 2020, but she played through even with surgery and treatment. She then went on to win the BBC Sports Personality Helen Rollason Award in 2021 in recognition of her outstanding achievement in the face of adversity.
Okay, let's leave this profile piece here in part 1. We'll be right back after this with part 2.
Welcome back, and well, let's get straight into our Arsenal Award winners, starting with Leah Walti, who has been crowned Swiss Footballer of the Year.
Number 13 has shown the same skill and leadership in her performance for Switzerland as she has for the Gunners over the years.
After the recent FA Cup win where Walti got her first goal of this campaign, she travelled to Bern to accept the award. Last summer, the Swiss skipper led her country to the knockout stages of the FIFA Women's World Cup for the first time in their history. It's also not the first time she's received the award, as she was also named Swiss National Player of the Year in 2021.
And the second award goes to a player who has been named in the World 11 for 2023.
And that is Alessia Russo, named in the FIFA Pro World 11 at the Best FIFA Football Awards, which were held in London on Monday night. Highlighting the best footballers in the current game, the annual award is voted for by players, and the 2023 award encompasses performances from the 1st of August 2022 to August 2023.
During the time, Russo has helped England reach to the final of the Women's World Cup for the first time.
She did, having joined Arsenal from Manchester United earlier in the summer. Alessia attended the ceremony, and also there with her was Amanda Ilestedt for her exploits at the World Cup, where she was also named as one of the 23 finalists, but unfortunately she did not make the team on this occasion.
Well done, ladies.
And Madi, talking of talent, I thought I would just share how some of our young ladies are going while they are out on loan with other clubs.
And I see one of them scored their first goal.
Yes, one of them did. Freya Godfrey scored her first goal for Charlton Athletic as they won away to Ipswich here in the 4th round of the FA Cup. And fellow Gunners loanee Ruby Doe played 79 minutes of the match for Ipswich. We also had the 3 loanees line up for Watford as Arsenal defeated them 5-1, with Michelle Adjumang scoring Watford's consolation goal from their only shot of the game. And for Crystal Palace, Araya Dennis came on in the 61st minute to help them to their 3-1 win at home to Blackburn Rovers in the FA Cup.
And talking of the FA Cup, Ben, who we been drawn against in the next round?
Well, in the 5th round of the Women's FA Cup, we have been drawn at home to Manchester City, with the tie going to take place in early February. While we are the most successful team in FA Cup history, this will be a big test if we are to lift the trophy for a 15th time, but it's going to be another great game to watch, that is for sure.
Okay, that's wrap it up for this episode. Thanks again for joining us at Arsenal Kids Podcast.
Before we sign off, we want to express our gratitude for your continued support. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe so you don't miss us in the future. Your love for the beautiful game is what fuels our passion.
And we would love for you to spread the word about Arsenal Kids.
Yes, please share our podcast with other Arsenal kids you know and help us to grow this amazing community together.
We hope to join you back in the pitch again soon.
Keep the spirit of the game alive, and until next time.
Goodbye.